Hey, encouragers, welcome to another episode of Encouragement. I'm Nathaniel Bickley. Let's get started. So this week, it actually kind of happened last week, but I had something scheduled to talk about, but I kind of want to get to it this week. There was a Four Nations face-off in hockey. I'm going to be honest here. I'm not much of a hockey person, except for moments like this. I, first of all, don't want to glorify violence. But I just want to prep this clip here that I'm about to show you. The two nations involved that I'm talking about are the US and Canada. And as you can tell, I have a bias. So I'm sorry, but not. There's been some with the nationalism in the national pride in America growing. You can imagine there's been some verbal attacks on Canadian sovereignty recently that have bred some ill will from Canada towards America. And so the United States has been a target for recent disrespectful practices. And in this case, booing during the national anthem at the beginning of this hockey series, and it's happened multiple times. You can go through and look at all the different videos that are already posted everywhere else, kind of with a breakdown of how this all started. But just to summarize it, there's been some disrespect, and from the presidential side on the US towards the Canadian citizens, I guess you could put it, and from the Canadians' perspective, they just have been disruptive during national anthems at the beginning of hockey games. And this is when the teams took it upon themselves to embody both of the nations and kind of duke it out. And I put this akin to a bigger brother setting his younger brother straight. I don't condone violence, but I just find this clip quite hilarious. There were three fights at the beginning, or roughly near the beginning of this hockey game, and you can kind of see them here. So I'll let you take a look, and then I'll mention something afterwards. So as you can tell, those were very spirited discussions between the players. Now again, I'm going to say this again, I'm not condoning the violence, but I am going to draw a correlation here. I think truly that there is opportunity here. There are new growing pains between both nations, and I think both sides have forgotten their identity, and I think the United States is stepping a little bit more back into its identity, and others around are no longer comfortable with the status quo as things are changing. Other nations like Canada are put off by this because they've been able to assume certain roles when the US has been strong. They have belonged to them, and the US is taking back those responsibilities on the world stage, and a lot of people are rightfully concerned because it's not business as usual. And I think that's a good thing, and I think it's good that Canada's potential Prime Minister and others are standing up for themselves. Good. I want strong neighbors too. I think all of this is political theater to a certain extent, but I just wanted to me, it was encouraging that, guess what? Both sides are going to be stronger by the end of this. And I hope that, and I tend to suspect that we're going to come out with a stronger relationship on the other side. So I am encouraged, and I hope that encourages you, that our brothers and sisters up north, as well as us, are all getting stronger together. And we're going to have some rough patches, just like any siblings would. But I think we'll come through stronger for it, and the world will need us to be stronger as bigger challenges come. So be blessed this week, and not literally, but fight for what you believe in. See you next week.